Peace, peace. Greetings. Live video is starting. It might already started. I have no idea. Let's see. Okay, peace. Yeah, it's on now. It might be freezing. Oh Lord, here we go. Peace, love, and energy. Happy in the building. Illuminated power. Primordial Empire. What's good? Um, Y'all already know how I come through, but I got my stuff on deck today. I almost cussed. I got my stuff on deck today just to, like, basically, I'm coming in, of course, with um, honest words of truth, a lot of literature, a lot of things that we do not know, a lot of things that has kept us stagnated, not even just as a whole, but individually as well. And a lot of people are aware of what's going on around them, but they don't know what's going on the inside. And really what trickles from the outside has a lot to do with what's going on the inside as a whole, as the world turns, not just as an individual, but as a collective, and how these energies have that much power and that much force to move and push a narrative into creation. Into fruition and into manifestation, into actually being a part of your normal world, as I want to say it. The new norm. That's what they're calling it because there's so much going on around us and there's so many things that we are not aware of because we have so many distractions. It's so many distractions in the world that keep us from actually identifying the issues, the problems, the trauma, the bullshit, the BS with people. It's so many distractions to keep you from focusing on learning who you are as an individual. So my title is Your Personal Star Map. And all I'm going to do is give you an insight on what I can bring to the table and bring a spark of remembrance for you. So, me being a holistic teacher, me actually going through the steps, me actually listening and learning how to listen to my intuition, me studying and, well, not even studying, because the etymology of these words really have us mixed up. And what we use them right now for has a totally different meaning. Like even in law, the words that we use daily according to law aspects of being, they do not mean how we portray them every day in our everyday life. So your personal star map, of course, y'all know I don't never come by myself. I am a firm believer in my ancestors. I am a firm believer in the primordial forces. I am a firm believer in the primordial elements. I am a firm believer in our celestial foremothers and fathers. I am not one to judge anyone on their characterization of where they're at. I applaud anyone that is actually stepping out and speaking up on a not just different psychological way of thinking, although a more in-depth way of thinking, and how our emotions have really been running the show, plus the ego. Excuse me. The ego and the emotions have been running the show here in your solar body, in your avatar. Your emotions control everything. When I say everything, everything, and when you don't know how to, um, I guess, interact with them, then they be all over the place. So I have a lot of information. I have a lot of learning that I have done. I have a lot of things that I know for a fact, known to be truth. I come to you with the most purest, honest heart, no malice intended, nothing but the truth. especially the things that I have learned and found out at this moment in my life, vice versa what was not taught to me in the very early stages of my life. Our people are really suffering from it's called epigenetics and the slavery syndrome. But the word slave comes from the Slovakian people that came over here, which actually, like I said, the beginning of the word itself really means indentured worker, indentured servant. So I'm not going to go into a history class right now, but what I am here is to offer you what you can start on your personal star map journey. Me being a holistic teacher, I welcome everyone to ask questions. There's no such thing as a dull question. There's no such thing as a dumb question. So whatever you want to really know, inbox me. And the information that I'm going to give out now, you're going to see for yourself how important it is for you to get to learn thyself in a more in-depth manner when it comes to the universal aspect of being, not the what somebody told you you are, or any type of religion. Like I said, religion, the word itself, the etymology of it means bondage. So don't stop getting trapped in one construct of thinking, one construct of space, one way, dogmatic way of thinking. It is so many avenues that we can take to get to ourselves. You know what? Matter of fact, like back in the day how you used to do the connect the dots, right? You used to do connect the dots. Imagine as above so below right now with that analogy, and how we used to connect the stars, and how they make the Big Dipper, and how they used to show us these things in class and science class and things of this nature, right? So that dot to dot from above as below, as you do it on paper, look at that as you connecting the dots to the star alignment of yourself. Because when you were born into an individual star alignment space of your own. Even though if I'm born on April 30th and someone else was born on April 30th, even if we was born at the same time, it's even the milliseconds of where these stars were placed when I was manifested into this realm. So with that being said, that would be the first thing. I do natal charts. I do natal charts in a sense of where what is a natal chart? It is you learning about your personal stars when you were manifested into this realm. Meaning everything that happened above with the stars aligning themselves happened below with you being manifested through the cosmic womb, which is the woman's vivica piscis itself. So I'm gonna let your imagination run with that. And it's like you are reconnecting yourself in your stars and learning in depth what these things mean. We have seven main planets, seven main planets that rules this body, and of course it's 12. But what they don't tell you is that the seven main bodies, like the seven churches that it speak of in the Bible, or the seven main energies or seven main planets that rules this body. And the 12 that actually rules overall would be the zodiacal wheel. So each part of your body is a essence of the zodiacal wheel. And where your stars were aligned shows you the placements of these stars and these planets, and how they really mess with you right now without you even knowing. They mess with you right now without you knowing, and that is what's happening. So to go on and speed it up, these natal charts also that I have come with a worksheet. Okay? And this is a book you can get if you want to start doing things on your own. I almost said Kyrie Irving, but it's Kyrie Anthony. He's a great author. I think his name is Hood Mystic. on YouTube, if I'm not mistaken. I hope I didn't get that wrong. But these are the books that I will be actually giving your star alignment out of, as well as the worksheets for you to work on yourself so you can actually know. And for example, I'm going to give right now, my moon sign is a Libra. So on this worksheet, they have the planet, the meaning, the sign, the meaning, the house, as well as the meaning. So my moon is the planet. The meaning of Libra is I feel. The sign is Libra. The meaning of Libra is balance. The house is in the seventh house, and the meaning is artistic. So what you would do is just from these words that you or the truth about you, you will actually make a sentence on your own or your own definition of what these things mean to you. Like with that, I feel Libra balance, sense of equilibrium in meditating artistically in my seventh house. So Libra is in my seventh house. And this is where it gets tricky at because it's so many aspects of your natal chart, and once you start exploring it more, you will start actually connecting the dots or connecting your stars as above, like we used to in school with the connect the dots number thing sequences, and you can start connecting yourself and bringing yourself back to a whole. That will be your second coming. That's your second coming, but that's another story. So you basically will learn a lot of things about yourself just by getting a natal chart done. And it comes from astronomy. Astrology was adopted with the Greeks or whatever the case, in the Romans. They adopted that from our ancient, well, our primordial, I'm not going to say ancient, but our primordial ancestors. So it's originally cosmology, and it was the study of the stars and what was the moon and how the sun played a part on Earth as well as the water. So it's the elements. Air is the main elements, and it talk about that in detail and how we can really start using it to our advantage, really, to our advantage, straight up. So keep it moving because I want to keep y'all here long, of course. Also, I do numerology charts. I do a lot of shit. But wow, they clowning outside, y'all. Wow. So this is a natal chart. I didn't write old girl name. Let me cause I keep these for my personal references, but I know who it is, so I don't have to. So I'm gonna scratch her name out. But I do numerology charts as well, and numerology charts is the understanding of you through numbers. Through numbers. Pictures, pictures like images, of course, colors, and numbers rule the world. You are a walking mathematical avatar. You are literally a battery. Even when we go to sleep now, studying and learning so much, the battery is being recharged. That's why we sleep. The circadian rhythm, the melatonin within the body itself, within the pineal gland that controls the sleeping um, part of us. I can't even say that word, but the sleeping essence of us. So the sleeping cycles of us. So basically, this shit is real. And the numbers that we are born up under has a lot of significance to do how you are and who you are at this very moment without you even knowing. Just like a natal chart, you will find some shit in your natal chart that you'll be like, wow, that makes so much sense now. And I don't have to sell you this. This is obviously a part of our essence that has been shunned in the back burner, or basically put in the shadows, so we won't believe, the same science that these unrighteous beings are using all around the planet are keeping the most righteous men on their knees. And they're using this power and this energy and that essence of what they know and that they have hidden in an occultic manner, which is nothing, the word occult means hidden. And they're using it against us. So with a numerology chart, this is how a numerology chart looks. Okay, it looks actually like a tic-tac-toe sign. I did a video a minute ago. You can go ways back. I think it's a couple of years ago when I showed my example of it. But these right here, you will put your born day numbers or your birthday numbers in the spaces, and each one of them has an individual meaning. There are no, it's only numbers 1 through 9, 0 being a double, as above, so below. It's a denominator and a numerator. So 1 through 9 only, singularity numbers. After that, it's a repetitive stage, but it does not mean anything without it being reduced to its singularity, as well as the numbers together. When you look at each number and then you put them together, you will get a full story or a full outline of your strengths and weaknesses here, right here on earth. It also goes into detail on some of the characteristics that are hindering you, some of the characteristics that you can actually pick up. If you don't know exactly what you're really supposed to be doing on your soul walk here, it gives you ideas and of what you really supposed to be doing. So these numbers are magical to you when you start interacting with these things. Your natal chart, it can be extremely profitable when you start actually indulging in these things because they are important and we don't have no idea how important it is because someone told us that it's not. Okay, so also even with the like for instance, okay, let me go on at least tell y'all what it is. The first line would be your basic self. This is your basic self, all right? The second, this would be your soul plane. This one would be let me see. The soul plane. This is your mental thinking. But the top will be your soul essence. 369 being the highest number of the universe, Tesla code. And it shows you where you at on your physical level, on your soul level, and on your mental level, which would be your spiritual level, your highest of high. And when you break this stuff down, I promise you, you will be amazed. I have shout out to the people that's really working behind the scenes with me off this camera, that this hands-on that I've been doing and continue to do. I appreciate and value. I honor. I have nothing but honor and gratitude for y'all. Y'all showed me that not that I'm needed, but the things that I have be able to be a spark of remembrance to, y'all actually using it. I get nothing but, like I said, great feedback from it, and I am nobly grateful. No more humbleness with me no more. Get all that. I am nobly grateful. You know what I'm saying? And humble also means something different. So that's what I'm saying, man. Start tipping your crown to yourself, especially those that is walking this path and you know for a fact the criticism and everything around you is constantly trying to make you seem like you're crazy and you're not. So shout out to y'all. Keep doing what you're doing. I see you. I see you. I see you right here, just like you see me right here. Straight up, real talk, peace, love, and energy to y'all. So, with that being said, even with the numerology chart, you also have a life path number. And your life path number goes into detail, like I said, with the characteristics of the way you're supposed to be going up, down, left, right, your strengths, your weaknesses, things that you can learn how to do, some things that you can surmount that is really kind of staggering your energy. It's so many things that just learning your name. It is so many avenues on this. So I really want my people to start taking advantage of some things that has not been privileged to you. I want to push this shit in the schoolhouses. They need to change the curriculum on how our melanated babies learn and what they are learning instead of trying to make them out to be hyper uh thugs and just don't have no moral compass. We can get a grip on it right now if we open up our minds ourselves as adults, as maturing adults that are still learning and ain't gonna know everything. We're not gonna learn. We're not gonna know everything. But what we can do is make sure that the next generation is straight, man. When it comes to this knowledge, when it comes to knowing thyself, when it comes to techniques of even calming them down, they don't fucking need riddling all the time. They don't need drugs and shots all the time. That's something that has never been a part of our ancestral lineage. We have a totally different mechanism of how we handle our affairs as a holistic being. And that has been the most prominent as well as most important, besides the downgrade of them breaking up the structure of the family with male, female, and child. You take the child out, you gone. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the man out, it's 9 out of 10 they say broken homes. If it's not a steady family, you take away the mom, just the father, broken home. You both parents end up. Now the child is traumatized. And like I said, we're going through that epigenetics and that slave syndrome, and it has trickled down. And look at the outcome. Y'all cannot be blinded to what's really going on around us at all four corners of the world. Y'all can't. Y'all can't. Y'all can't be that distracted. So, boom, moving forward, please get you a numerology chart, natal chart. Man, this shit is real. And the last thing I'm gonna go, okay, this is the books that I'm going. Um, King Simon is the greatest numerologist of a melanated hue. It's another book you can get if you're interested in learning numbers, as well as my dude Strayhorn. What's his name? Lloyd Strayhorn. This another book. I can't find the thingy because that's how much I read this stuff. The thing gone. So, with that being said, the last thing I want to leave y'all with is today is Tuesday. So is that Mercury? Oh no, Mercury Wednesday. Let's see. Let's go into the days of the week because this is what I'm talking about. They don't tell us nothing. And I'm reading from my. This is the Moon Spells book. Another book you can get, but it lets you know. I don't remember all of them by heart, but I just remember the ones that kind of resonate with me. So I'm just gonna start from the beginning. Monday is the moon. It comes from the moon. Moon day came into Monday when the Albion got to it. Mars is a Tuesday. Mercury is a Wednesday. Well, Tuesday is Mars, Wednesday is Mercury, Thursday is Jupiter, Friday is Venus, Saturday is Saturn, and of course, Sunday is the Sun. And each one has a definition on what you could be doing on these days to uh, exert that extra energy or that power from the air space of being, you know, off the flip. All you have to do is just know what day means what. And if you really want to know that, because I'm not gonna go over that because I already took up enough of y'all time. And if you really want to know anything about whatever I'm saying, your body is a pentagram. So whatever I am saying, anything you have heard that you want to question about, inbox me. Hit me up at Universal Soul, SOUL Thinking. I'm going to put out what I have left when it comes to my enlightenment tools. You want to enjoy your Kwanzaa, your Feliz Navidad, Merry Christmas, whatever and however you entertain yourself on these pagan holidays. I have no ill will, but if you do want to get something with substance and give something that you never gave to someone before. I have those type of items available. Just hit me up. Like I said, I really am rooting for my people. I have never stopped rooting for my people. I have always been down with my people. So straight up, y'all, I appreciate and value and honor everyone that fucks with me genuinely. Two fingers, all right? Two fingers Peace, love, and energy. Two fingers. Salute.